everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. This is your host, Tom Quee here. We are back with yet another edition of the show where we interview, one of the great stars of battle rap, go through the back catalogue, the history, the behind-the-scenes stuff. I mean, it's crazy. This is like the 130 odd, I think it's like 136 or something like that, episodes that we've done. Obviously, we've had loads more battlers on in different capacities on this show. We've had so many guests, but, it's so vast, really, of a sport, of something to be a fan of, that, there are constantly people that you want to get on, and today's guest is definitely one of those. Swave Sevah, the unmistakable baritone, the authoritative verses, the expertise, Team Homi, stack of huge battles and occasion, and got huge respect for this guy. Swave, great to have you on the show, man.
Oh, great to be on the show. Thanks for having me, man. How you doing?
All right. One of the things that I've found doing a bit of research is you started rapping really early, about 9 years old.
9 years old. Yes, I have. I wrote my first rap at 9. I wouldn't say I would say yeah. I wrote my first rap at 9. But I ain't go, it was a kid. I seen my older brothers and them in there doing it, so I figured I could do it. Plus, I was heavily into rap music. So I figured, I wanted to give it a shot, but I didn't really get serious with it. I just wrote me a little rap and started saying it to everybody. Like, this one rap lasted me about 3 years. Like, you know what I mean?
And who were, like, the main influences for you coming in? Like, what rappers did you look up to?
Oh, man. Me growing up, it was about G-Rap. Big Daddy Kane. Mm-hmm. Later on, I got into Redman, Eminem, Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Smith and Wesson. It's crazy because a lot of the artists that I grew up are now friends of mine through battle rap. They became fans of mine through battling, and now I kind of talk to these niggas on a regular basis type shit. So I feel blessed, you know what I mean?
I mean, someone else is Immortal Technique, right?
Yeah, so Mortal Technique, that's actually my boy. That's not even something I came up with. I ain't come up listening to no Mortal Technique. That's my boy from Harlem, like, you know what I mean? I came up with him, like.
And we actually have met before, just briefly, at the Don't Flop event, which we'll sort of get onto when you came over to Battle Gemini, but unfortunately that couldn't go down. And I did a few sort of behind-the-scenes interviews for Don't Flop. And one of the things that I remember asking you, pretty much immediately, the first thing I wanted to ask was, you were on the Joe Rogan Experience with Immortal Technique, right? That's so crazy.
Right, definitely. Shout out to Joe Rogan and Immortal
I watched it this morning. I was like, fucking Swave, like.
Yeah, man. Listen, I get around, bro.
Yeah.
I get around. I'm a silent assassin. I really consider myself a ninja. Like, you look at me and never think, and then I might knock your head off. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might blow you away. Like, damn, that's the guy he's on Joe Rogan with Tech. Like, yeah, that was me.
Yeah, that was episode 257, so that was like 6 years ago. Old school, like, old studio and that sort of stuff, like really early in the run. But one of the things, Swave, that comes up in a lot of the battles that I've gone through watching them is that, you studied martial arts, you earned black belts. Like, was this part of it early on as well as rapping? Were you into that?
To be honest with you, martial art was my first baby. So I actually got into martial arts way before I started rapping. Like, I was in martial arts. Like, I had my first black belt at 14. So I started martial arts like 5, 6 years old. You know what I mean? Due to my father. My father's a grandmaster in the martial arts, and he just raised me in principles of the martial arts. So naturally, I came up doing it. You know what I mean?
And you also dreamed of making it into the NBA, as I guess everyone did?
I did at one point. I played ball in high school and college, but NBA. That dream got deferred quick by hip hop, because I was fully invested into hip hop. And at one point, like during high school, I was playing ball, and you couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna go to the NBA. I was nice. I was going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was dunking at an early age, so it's just like, yeah, this is just something I want to do, but. It was during high school, I was on a team and all that. I got a scholarship for ball to go to college, right? Okay, cool. But during all of that, hip hop was just swallowing me whole. Like, I was rapping, I was doing little battles throughout high school. I was in my high school talent show. You know what I mean? It was just like little rapping. I started a little group called the Little Rascals when we was in high school, TLR. And TLR broke up, and then when we broke up, we broke up into different groups, and I went with a group called the Bad Apples. So it was just like, and then from the Bad Apples, we turned into Red Rum. So it was just you know what I mean. And then I stopped fucking with them entirely. I still fuck with them like as far as person, but as far as rapping with them, we stopped rapping, and then I just started with my core niggas from my block, which was NBC CVs, which is IP and Probe. Shout out to my nigga, rest in peace, my brother Mo Clever. Shout out to my nigga O'Shea or Reek Bling, we call him now. Yeah. And that made up NBC, Newborn Chaos, which turned into CVs, which stand for Ceremonial Victorians. So that was like, CVs is the group I actually got a record deal with. You know what I mean?
And like, you know, in this sort of high school era then, was that your first experience with battle rap?
Yes. High school and the block. High school, I would say high school more than the block, because I wasn't going from block to block rapping until high school put it in my head. Like high school, I was coming to school and there were certain dudes around the school who rap, and they would always want smoke. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or I would hear shit like, you nice, but you can't fuck with such and such. And shit like that used to fuck with me. So I used to be like, yo, go get such and such. And we used to meet up in the cafeteria and go at it. You know what I mean? And this was like, that was high school, banging on the lunch table, rapping until you ran out of rhyme.
What was the quality like back then? Were there any hidden gems like in the school?
Very
amateur, I guess.
I guess. I mean, you know, everything evolved. So I guess it was nice at the time we was doing it. Like, if I could, let me see if I can remember a rhyme from back then, you would see. Like, I doubt if I can remember some shit. But,
yeah.
I said, let's see. I said high school. I'm thinking of high school, right? I said, thinking to myself in ill surroundings. Inhale from the L, kills brain cells by the thousands.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
That was one line. Like, I can't remember. Inhale from the L, killed brain cells by the thousands. I can't remember that shit. Let me try and think of another one. I can't remember. That's high school.
No, it's like, a long fucking time ago. What about battle rap outside of school? Like, were you watching any online? Were you listening to any, or?
There was no online. You know, I'm older, so online. We had to go outside. And
right.
Yeah, outside. I'm from Harlem, and Harlem was flooded with rappers everywhere. Rest in peace, Big L, who was another one of my friends.
Oh, you knew Big L?
I knew Big L.
Crazy, man. Lifestyles of the poor and dangerous. Incredible.
Another rest in peace is my nigga Bloodshot, who's Cameron's cousin who passed away. I battled Bloodshot. We went 10 rounds.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? We went 10 rounds.
Was that recorded?
Nah, this is off camera. This is on the block. There was no camera phones. There was none of that shit. This was on the block on Lexington Avenue and 122nd Street. And we was going crazy. And it's funny because rest in peace Bloodshed, man. I miss that dude, B. But it's funny, right? Because everybody used to always compare me to him and him to me. Like, people on his side would be like, yo, yeah, you nice, but that Swave kid from such and such. And then when I would rap, niggas would be like, yo, you heard of Bloodshed, that kid. So one day we was at a block party and we was all there, and they gassed it up. So when he saw me, I knew who he was because he was down with Children of the Corn, which is, I don't know, you heard of Children of the Corn. Yeah. So he was already down with that. So I know who he was, you know what I mean? They was already kind of doing like mixtapes and shit like that. Me, I was on the low key, and I was kind of on the criminal side of things, so I was kind of staying out of people's faces. I didn't want a lot of people knowing my face, you know what I mean? I always wore black and always wore hoodies. I was on my shit like that. But at the same time, I was nice. So when niggas gassed me at the block party to battle him, it was already in my head that everybody already thought I wasn't nicer than him. Like, everybody used to always compare me to him anyway, so I was already with it. So me and him wound up becoming friends after this day. Like, I met him before this at another time where it was just cool, smoking weed type shit. But then me and him really got close after this battle. You know what I mean? And then not too long after that, he was killed. So it was just like, he died and all that. It was just like, you know what I mean? Crazy. But we went 10 rounds. And it got to the point where I almost thought it wasn't even, I can't even say I lost. He can't say he lost. It was just like a draw because we just kept going. And then it was like, right when he felt like he ran out of rhymes, one will pop up to him. And then he looked at me. There was one time when he looked at me and go, oh shit, I thought of one. And I was like, damn, I ain't got no more. Like in my head, I'm like, damn, I ain't got no more rhymes. And he just started rapping. So while he rapping, I'm just digging in the bottom barrel of the brain, trying to find a rap, an old rap, just something I didn't say. And one came to me like, oh, I got one. So after he finished his, I said mine. And then I was just like, everybody was like, ah. And then I started to walk away. We gave each other down. I started to walk away. And as I'm walking away, I hear him go, yo, I just thought of another one. I was like, damn. like, yo, damn. So now he rapping again. And I'm digging in the barrels again, like, damn, I gotta think of a rhyme. So I remember doing half of a rhyme that I wrote that I never finished, and then I freestyled the rest of it, and then that was pretty much over.
But you had that experience to, like, you know, keep rapping for so long. Like, you'd won the end of the week MC challenge.
Yes, I did. Yeah, number 20.
That?
It's like a rap Olympics. It's not necessarily a rap battle, although you may have competitors that might come at you. But it's more of it's 5 rounds, and each round is a different obstacle you got to get over with rapping. The first round is easy. It's just kicking a rap to a beat. It could be an original beat, or you can pick a beat that everybody knows, and you just got to rap to it. The second round is acapellas, no beats. You just got to rap, which is what a lot of what we do in battle rap today. You know what I mean? Ain't no beats, it's all acapellas. So, you know, that's more like, it's a strategy to me, because when I won, I used my first round to kick a song to show people, okay, I got music. So I used one of my songs. My second round, I kicked a punchline heavy, oohs and ahs shock value verse, just so I can get the rise out the crowd, because ain't no beat to bounce to. So now I got to make y'all pay attention. Right? The third round is called grab bag, where you got to pick items out of a bag and freestyle about the items you pick out. The fourth round is called beat juggling, where the DJ is going to deliberately trying to throw you off. He's going to be scratching in beats, mixing in beats, one fast, one slow, and you just got to keep up. You just got to stay on beat as much as possible. And then the fifth round is called the cipher round, where they pair you up with another competitor in the challenge. There's normally like 6 competitors, and they'll pair you up with one in the challenge, and both of y'all got to do 4. Y'all got to trade 4s. So I do 4 bars, he do 4 bars, I do 4 bars. You know what I mean? Until they call time. And I won one of those.
That's a fucking gauntlet, man. That's incredible.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
So, you know, getting into battle rap then, essentially your first 2 years in battle rap was spent mostly on, well, all on grind time now, actually. That's from February 2009 up until December 2010. Obviously, there were battles since then as well, but that was sort of the unbroken intro run. And the first battle was against Chuck Black.
Yo, y'all know how y'all introduce the name and you freeze the frame? Well, make his a eulogy. Because truthfully, this match was over before it started. This ain't a battle, this is a viewing. Now please, a moment of silence. Let's bow our heads. Dearly departed, we're gathered here today to mourn the loss of young Chucky, who in his last days decided to be a rapper, but his attempts was unlucky.
Who we've covered on this show before, actually. We did this special on the most disliked grind time battles, and Chuck Black came up there as well. How did this battle get arranged, Swave?
Rest in peace, my brother P.A. I'm so sick of saying rest in peace, but I lost a lot in the last couple of years, man. So rest in peace, PH. PH, my brother PH, I love you, boy. He set it up. You know, grind time was ran. Like, I get a lot of this question because people say I don't fit the criteria of a battle rap from grind time, and it's just like, it wasn't about fitting in with grind time to me. It was just that's where my family was. Shout out to Penn, shout out to Poison Pen, shout out to PH. And these are niggas I came up with in hip hop, period. Underground hip hop, 88 hip hop. You know what I mean? We done did a lot of shit together. Poison Pen used to throw battle raps. He used to throw battles back in the day, the hook.com, bragging rights. So he's very familiar with the scene from back in the day. And PH used to be a battle champ. Now along with my brother Breeze Ever Flowing and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we came from a crew called Stronghold, which was comprised of a whole bunch of champs, you know what I mean? Even DJ Static was a beat battle champ, you know what I mean, and a DJ champ. So we just came from that. And PH, you know, that ever had died down, and then this Grind Time Fight Club, 106 in Park, and all this shit started popping up. So before Grind Time, I actually did Fight Club, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really stay in Fight Club. It wasn't, you know, I guess they wasn't really, they had their eyes on their favorites. I wasn't one of them. So, and plus I was in the street. I wasn't really trying to make it to every, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fight. I wasn't trying to make it to everyone. So, one day we did a show at a club in Brooklyn called Southpaw. And this is when PH was telling me that he just became president of this battle rap league on the East Coast called Grind Time. And I had heard of Grind Time. I had previously watched a couple of their battles because of a friend of mine was battling. Well, actually two friends. One of them happened to be Hollow the Dawn. And
Okay.
the other one was, you know, a dude that really wasn't that nice. And I really started checking it out because he's a cool dude and he's into video editing and all that. And he used to always try to jokingly rap around me, and he never was good. So when he told me he was battling, I was like, what the hell are you? You really battling? Like, it was a joke to me, so I had to watch it to see. And I watched him get killed over and over again. Like, yeah, wild battle.
Did you follow the WRCs at all before? Or
I actually judged the WRCs.
Wow, yeah.
I was a judge in one of them, in the Thesaurus Ilmac.
The finals.
Yeah, the finals. Thesaurus Ilmac, Marvin Quest. I was a judge for that. BPA, Craig G, Poison Pen, my man Mecca. We were judges.
Of course.
And yeah, I did. I didn't follow them though. That's the funny part is the day I went in to judge is the day I heard about it. You know what I mean? I went there with Poison Pen, and on the way there, Poison Pen was telling me about this shit. Cause I wasn't really online like that. Like I was still a nigga that when it came outside, I didn't believe it. Like I had a MySpace page, but I never really worked it. You know what I mean? And it was just like, okay, cool. So when Penn was telling me about these 2-on-2s and shit, I was like, niggas is battling 2-on-2. He was like, yo, this shit kind of big. Niggas coming from overseas. Niggas was in Houston. They all over this country. And I was like, word? He was like, yeah, they doing it in New York now. It's the finals. So when I got there, you know, niggas asked me to be a judge, and I just judged. And then, you know, I seen a whole bunch of battles that day, so it was kind of crazy. That was my first time getting into it, and it made me go home. Plus, my boy Mozzie was the host.
Yeah.
So it made me go home. It made me go home and look him up. And that's when I really started getting involved. That's how I found Grind Time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the Good Jay's Juice and Frankie Wax was in WRC. So when I seen them battling Grind Time, I said, oh, and then they was hosted. And then, you know, that's when next you know, PH came up to me talking about he the new president, whatever. And in Southpaw, he asked me to battle. Now, let's get back to that. He asked me, he said, yo, Swave, would you come battle for Grind Time? And at first, I was like, man, listen, I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't into that. But then that's when he told me that he was the new president. And he just wanted to get some nigga that he know was nice in there. Like, you know what I mean? He think New York the overhaul. And I was like, yo, I think about it. And then from that night, I told him, I never told him no. I told him I think about it. But PH blew my phone up the whole week, yo. Like, we even got to an argument. Like, yo, my nigga, if you call me one more time, ask me about this fucking battle shit, bro. And he was like, yo, I got an opponent. His name is Chuck Black. He from Jersey. Nigga already said he'll do it. Yo, Swave, just tell me you do it. You only got to do 60-second rounds. 3 60-second rounds. You can freestyle. Don't matter. Just please. So I was just like, whatever. Be all right, man. For you, my nigga. So he set it up. But I ain't even write for Chuck Black. I just went in there and freestyle. You know what I mean?
You can tell it's a bit loose.
Yeah, I was just freestyling. I had no idea battle rap was going to be this big. Had I known, I'd have been showing my ass from day one. But I ain't take it serious. I went there just to shut PH up. Like, yo, if this nigga call me one more time. You know what I mean? So when I got there, I see they were doing it in a little ass studio in a little room. It was a studio with 2 rooms, and we was in a little room. And I was just like, okay, so it's a little ass room. It wasn't that many people there. You know what I mean? I came with Poison Pen, and a couple people that I came with probably made up the crowd. You know what I mean? So it was just like, and then the crowd was made up of my crew and his crew. And then there was a couple scragglers here and there. Like, you know what I mean? So that's how that went. I wound up getting the win.
Yeah.
And then PH invited me to come back again. And I was like, come back again? I was like, how often you do this? And he was like, yo, once a month. And I was like, damn. So I went home and I really started trying to study this shit. Like, I started looking at grind time. I was looking at West Coast battles and all kinds of shit. Like, yo, this shit is really kind of big. And then I got my second opponent, which was Young Zim.
Mm-hmm.
And Young Zim actually lost to, but I battled him with 103 fever. Like, I had a
yeah.
flu.
I mean, he does beat you. He prepped his verses, didn't he? Really?
Yeah, I was freestyling, and then because them, I think I only wrote like 1 round for that nigga. I wrote my first round for him, and then my second round I think was a mixtape verse, and then my third round I freestyled. And then it went into overtime. And then in overtime, I think I kicked another mixtape verse or I freestyled. One or the other. But I think it was a mixtape verse or some shit. But I ain't have nothing for Zim. It's basically what I'm saying. I had like 1 round that I wrote the night before. And then I ain't taking serious. I wasn't taking it serious. I ain't taking it serious until I battled J Focus.
Yeah.
And
so, all these early grind time battles, it's interesting, Swave. They're against a lot of people that people just don't really remember anymore. Like you say, J Focus, High Collide, Knowledge Medina. Like, it took about a year or so for you to get bigger opponents.
Yeah, I mean, that at the time I wasn't looking for bigger opponents though, because I just thought that, this is my brother PH setting this up. So I'm thinking PH ain't gonna do nothing that's gonna hinder my best interests. That's my brother. So he was just setting them up, and I was knocking them down. That's how I looked at it. You know what I mean? Like, after Young Zim is when I noticed the comments. You know what I mean? No, excuse me, not after Zim. After Armoretto. Armoretto was my third battle. Yeah. Another battle I freestyled. I ain't write shit for that dude. I freestyled everything. I was joking. I called him zombie and all that dumb shit. And then I won the battle. But the comments is what really boiled me. When the battle came out, everybody was calling me retarded, saying I rap slow, and he shouldn't have won. It's crazy how he's retarded and he won. And I'm like, what? Like, hold on, B. Like, I'm one of the smartest niggas out here, man. I ain't no stupid, retarded, dumb nigga ever. I read too many books, did too much knowledge on certain situations for anybody to ever call me dumb. So that shit boiled me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very knowledgeable I'm very knowledgeable. There's not many things you can ask me about that I don't know. Maybe rocket science, I don't know all that shit. But, street wise, martial art wise, like, nigga, you cannot ask me nothing. So it's like, nah, hold on, fam. You know what I mean? And then it made me really analyze what I was doing. And then I sat down with my brother IP, and he even said it. He was like, yeah, nigga, look how slow you rapping. You don't rap like that. If you're going to do it, nigga. So if you're not going to take it serious, don't do it. So then I was like, all right. So I was about to quit because I wasn't taking it serious. But then J Focus name popped up, and at the time, J Focus was the nigga everybody was talking about. He was this nigga that was killing everybody. He wasn't cursing. He had a lot of eyes on him. Yeah. So Hollow the Dawn battled him, and it was just like, yo, damn. And J Focus was talking shit, talking about he was gonna kill me. I was retarded. Like, he was saying shit nigga was saying in the. So I said, you know what? When PH called me with his name, I was just like, set it up. Like, I had it in my head that this was gonna be my last battle, but I was gonna go out for real. Like, I'm gonna really write for this nigga. So I really wrote for him, and I destroyed J Focus. Almost made him curse and all that, right?
He says that, doesn't he, in the battle?
Yeah, he said that. Damn, I almost cursed. I ain't gonna lie, I almost cursed. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what I mean? So it went crazy. Everybody went crazy, and then the comments turned up for me. Oh, Swave is nice. This, that, and third. And mind you, I said it in my head that was gonna be my last battle. Like, I ain't planning on doing it no more. But then after I got the positive feedback, I was like, oh no, I could do this. Keep them coming, PH. And then that's when I just started knocking everybody down. I started 3-0 everything after that.
And I mean, there's so many battles to get through, so I just want to skip to a big one of the early era. I think one of your highest view battles. This is almost at 1 million views. You versus Dizaster.
Say a lot of things, but the nigga comedy. So in actuality, this is quantity versus quality. Bag of rags ass nigga. This nigga's a big ass dime of Reggie. Yeah. I'm a 0.6 dime of sour. Yes. Some people like smoking on that Thraga, cause they can't handle this potent power. So what do you prefer? Shake seeds and twigs, or sticky lime green and butter? See, it's not the high, how much is in the bag, it's the high you get from it. Go ahead, spit that dumb shit.
One of my favorite battles that I did. To this day, I watch that battle. I'm trying to get it to 1 million views, so I watch it like every other day.
Yeah, it's a fucking incredible battle, and like, fair to say, I think it's one of Dizaster's best performances.
It's wonderful. Yeah. I definitely say that. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the crowd shit. That's some classic stuff from it.
Yo, so that's why when people ask me how I feel, whether I lost it, like sometimes it's up and down with me. Sometimes I feel like I lost. Sometimes I feel like I won. Sometimes I'll be on the phone with Dizaster. He be like, "Man, you kind of killed me right here."
Right.
And I hear him say shit like that. I be feeling like, "Hey, yeah, I won." You know what I mean? The Dizaster telling me I killed him somewhere. You know, this is Dizaster. So it's just like, damn. And shout out to Dizaster too, like stand up dude. You know what I mean? I'm so sorry about what happened with him and Math. And Math is my boy too. But Dizaster's a stand up dude, man. But anyway, yeah, me and Dizaster, very good battle, man. And it definitely changed the pace of battle rap for me. Because once that battle came out, my phone didn't stop ringing. And it was just like, okay, yeah. It's time to just go all out with this shit.
I mean, so many fucking people there. Body Bag Season, I think the event was called.
Body Bag Season. Shout out to my brother Poison Penny. Put it together, yo.
Saurus Cortez was the other headliner.
Saurus and Cortez, yo. There was a bunch of people on that card.
Massive crowd. And what was battle rap to you at this point? You've been battling for like 2 years. You know, you've been racking up quite a lot of views consistently, as we'll see. Like, you know, it must have been great to be part of something that was getting really big.
Yeah, it just came at a time where it was getting real big. I think at this time URL had stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
And the competition between Grind Time and URL was going. So yeah, you know, it was just Grind Time. My first 2 years, like I said, within the beginning of battle rap, I had no idea it was going to be this big. Even after me battling the Dizaster, I still didn't know it was going to go to this level. So I was still willing to battle. I wasn't like walking, like I was still like, fuck it, I'm willing, whatever. Grind Time was doing shit like Grizzle Manias and shit now, and everybody was out of town to battle. So that was my next step. Like I told myself I was going out of town. I was going to Cali or I was going to Miami to do one of those events. And I did. I went to Cali. I battled Fredo.
Yep.
To Miami, I battled Sid Vicious. I battled High Collide. So, you know what I mean? My thing was to get to the other Grind Time divisions and take off some of their favorites. So that was my goal. And I did that too. So at this time, once I did that, I figured it wasn't going to be nothing else to do. I figured I was seeing the same faces at every event, so there wasn't like this shit was going to die down. I wasn't thinking about the wave of battle rappers that was going to come in. You know what I mean? You know, you go to the battle, you see the same faces, you start thinking ain't nobody else but us. You know what I mean? Yeah. So once everybody battled each other, then what? That's how I used to look at it. But then other new niggas started coming in, new talent, new faces, good too. Like people just nice. New ways of rhyming, niggas innovated. The SONS niggas came out. They had the punchlines on lock. Like, oh, these little niggas is nice. Like, you know what I mean? So it was just like, okay, hold on. Game switched up again. Let's you know what I mean? Let me stick around for a little bit longer. You know what I mean? That's how that shit kept going.
So URL comes along with O-Red. This battle comes out in January 2011. It's uploaded. This is an early URL battle. This is so early that the Twitter is on the header and the footer, and it's kind of garish with the red. But it's an awesome fucking event. Huge crowd. Like, how did this come about, you debuting on the platform?
Real talk, my niggas told me not to take this battle. Right now, my niggas is fed. How you just battle Dizaster and you step down to old Ray? Because I'm not a diva. And I don't mean to upset you, but I don't consider this a step down. I consider this a step 2. What up, nigga? My name's Sevah. I specialize in bluff calling. I heard you out here selling wolf tickets.
That came at a time where nigga was comparing grind time to URL. And for me, it came at a time where when URL came out, right, and they was basically dealing with street level rappers, everybody I knew was on my back about why I wasn't doing URL. Everybody was coming at me like, yo, man, you seem like you fit URL, man. Why you over here rapping with the nerd? Why you over in grind time? Y'all don't even watch grind time. It's full of white boys and jokes and they nerds. And URL, where it's at, you need to go to URL. I used to hear that all the time to the point where it really started bugging me like, yo, maybe I need to really get on this URL stage. But at the same time, PH and Penn was my brothers and they was at grind time. And I wasn't going to tell them no, and they was booking my battle. URL wasn't calling my phone at the time. And then next thing you know, I do a battle with Deacon Frost, and then I get called from Norbs. Right? When I get a call from Norbs is asking me to do URL against Young Cannon. So I was like, okay, this is my opportunity to do URL. Now, mind you, they was calling me Mr. Grind Time. I had got intel that niggas behind the scenes at URL was calling me Mr. Grind Time, and that they really wanted me to lose on their stage because I was one of the top names in New York's Grind Time. And there was a rivalry going on between Grind Time and URL, who was better and all this, who had the better artists or the better talent, and who would kill, what league would win if they did a league versus league. Like, it was a lot of that shit going on. So instantly, like, you know, I had developed a nice little name in grind time. So when my name came up about URL, I seen a lot of people talk about I wouldn't make it through the URL. Like, oh, Swave couldn't beat nobody on the URL stage. And I was just like, what? So it was just, you know me, I was ego driven. So I was like, hell no, bro. So when Young Cannon came up, I was like, bet. I told Norm to set it up. I started writing. 2 weeks before the battle, they switched my opponent on some sucker shit. They did some sucker shit, and they gave me O-Red 2 weeks before the battle. So now I'm like, oh, shit. Mind you, O-Red had just battled Young Cannon. Everybody was saying O-Red won. So they took Young Cannon off the table, and they gave me O-Red. So I was just like, oh. So a lot of the bars that I actually say to Red was originally for Young Cannon. I told there's a blog of me and Red talking in Jersey about our battle, and we like recap it. And Red talk about he talk about his choke. He said if he would have got his round out, I would have lost. And I'm like, yo, my nigga, I had 5 rounds for you. Now, I did write 2 rounds for Red. You know what I mean? But I also revived some rounds that I had for Cannon already. So I had 5 rounds for Red ready, memorized, ready to go. And, you know, I hear a lot of people try to give him the second round sometime. Like, a lot of people feel I 3-0'd him, but I hear a lot of people argue for him that he might have won the second round. If I said my original second round to Red, he would have been killed crazy because my bunk bed coffin bar that I said to Young Cannon was in that original second round for Red. It was originally for Young Cannon, and then I made it for Red, and I never used it for Red. So when I got Young Cannon, I just put it back to him. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But if I had said that round to Red, he would have died. And the reason why I chose the round, I said, because after the first round, he had a whole bunch of Jersey niggas in the crowd screaming Urkel, Urkel, Urkel. So I know I had that Red Riding Hood bar, and I wanted to use it on them to shut them niggas up. I needed a bar to shut the crew up.
Huge bar.
So I used the Red. In my mind, I'm like, that Red Riding Hood bar shut these niggas up. Yeah. And then I just used the round with that Red Riding Hood. So I only said that second round for that one bar. That's worth the buffer.
It works though. I have got you 3-0'd him. Yeah, I got you winning that round.
It worked. Yeah, I 3-0'd them. Yeah. Most people say, but you got some old Red fans. They're like, old Red won the second round. Nah, he ain't win that round.
I mean, it'd be different today, right? It's not really the O-Red people know.
Yeah, definitely. O-Red is killing now, boy. Shout out to Red. Everybody I beat wind up going on killing sprees. Like, they come to the dojo, they get a black belt, they start fucking niggas up.
Talking of, winning massively, like you versus QP.
Go ahead and spit them clever bars about your larking, sparking, but be real with him. Tell him what happened when Tall T ran on you inside the target. Tell him. Hold on. Tell him what happened when he stepped up to the heifer crib.
The niggas tried to jump me.
Hold on.
Pretty notorious body, right?
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest bodies in battle rap.
Yeah, right? Huge.
Yeah.
I mean, you basically go through to do some grown man bars on QP, and he sort of hangs himself, doesn't he, by revealing more than he has to?
Yeah, he should have just kept his mouth shut and just let me get through my bars. But he wanted to. I guess he felt like, I remember talking to him about it a long time ago, and he felt like it was taking the sting out of what I was saying if he would have told his side of the story. He felt like him telling his side of the story would have took the sting away from what I. But I was like, no, you shutting up would have took the sting away. You made it look like everything I was saying was true. Everything I was saying was true, but when the audience is listening to it, they have to determine that. Nobody knows what's true or what's not. You know what I mean? Some people just listen for the entertainment value, and to find out that the shit was actually true. It made it hit more harder, and you confirmed it by telling the story. So now niggas know, so Swave is telling the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if I embellished a little bit, the fact that you tried to give your version of it, meaning that something did happen.
And like as we go through, like the O-Red battle, the QP battle, you're going to these bigger rooms in front of these pretty huge crowds, and you adapt really well. Like you're pretty adept at performing to the camera, to the crowd, the mass.
Right. That comes from me performing. I'm an artist. I done been around the world touring with Immortal Technique. I done opened up for Red and Meth. I done toured with Cannabis and Killer Priest. And, you know what I mean? I done toured the world. And I'm a body language reader. I learned that through martial arts. And I use it when it comes to performing because I read crowds. Right. And I like to consider myself a well-rounded artist. So determine on what the crowd, if I read the crowd, determine on how the crowd is going to determine how I build my set that I'm going to perform in front of them. So a lot of people get mad at me on tour or like my DJ be mad at me on tour because I'm always switching up the set last minute. And, nigga, I can't stand that shit. But it's just that I read crowds. And I feel like I can't come here. This crowd may not like super hardcore hip-hop. So I might have to do my mouth shit. You know what I mean? I might come with a whole lineup and then see the crowd and be like, oh, nah, they ain't not into that. So let me switch it up. You know what I mean? And I do that a lot. And, my DJ get mad. Yo, come on, Swave, with this switching up shit. Yo, we here already. Yo, my nigga, I ain't switching. You know what I mean? There's been time when he ain't even switched this shit. He was so frustrated that I wanted him to do it how it was. And I rock out regardless. I find a way, but, I just like reading the crowd. Same thing with battle rap, man. Big stage, small room, big room. It's all about reading the crowd, man. Especially if I'm not the first battle. If I'm not the first to battle, then it gives me to see how the crowd responds to the niggas before me. You know what I mean? What type of shit they going crazy to, what type of shit they not responding to, and then to make me adjust what I have. Like, okay, I got certain shit like that. Let me tweak that. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is.
And like 2012, the majority of it, you battled on URL, you battled Head Ice, you battled Young Cannon, you battled Shotgun Shug, and then there was like a 4-year break before you came back. Like, what was that about? I mean, I know Summer Madness 3 was in the middle, right?
Oh no, 2012, I had my baby. My son was born.
Right.
And I put out my album, Son of a One Armed Man, came out 2013. I went on a promo run for that. I did a little tour. I was just trying to work the project, man. And then my son was born 2013. So I was still active. I just wasn't as active.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, those are actually the battles I wish I never did because I lost the verb. You know what I mean? Those are the battles where I feel like those are my slump battles because it was just too much on a nigga going on. I had a baby. I wasn't getting no sleep. I had an album to promote. I had shows in Cali. I was overbooked one day. I had booked a show in Cali and in Vegas on the same day. It was just a lot going on. I missed so much money doing dumb shit that, you know what I mean? Then I was still trying to battle. I gave up a show to do a battle, to actually go to Canada and battle Arsonal. And I turned down a show. It was just a lot, my nigga. But it was just a lot going on. And I thought I was He-Man. I thought I could do all the multitasking and be in too many places at once. And it just didn't work for me.
And looking at the battles, like most of them I've seen, at least in passing, I've never heard of you versus Meta. This was like mid-2013.
Meta was a battle. Oh, I killed Meta too.
Right.
Meta, shout out to King Juice, right? King Juice is a dude from St. Louis who contacted me, had a nice little bag and said that he wanted to fly me to St. Louis to battle his boy Meta. He was trying to do a New York versus St. Louis card, which turned out to be like St. Louis versus East Coast, because it wasn't just New York, because Old Red wound up battling Old Red. I mean, Old Red battled Young Ill. And who else? There was somebody else on the card. But anyway, me, Mav, and Cortez went out there together. Mav battled Hitman, Cortez battled Verb, I battled Meta. And like I said, Old Red was on the card. He battled Young Ill. B Magic was on the card. He battled another nigga from St. Louis, Just Juice, or something like that. Yeah, Just Juice. And you know, it turned out to be a pretty good card. You know, not for nothing. And Meta was a dude who had battled Cortez. I had no knowledge of him. And then when the kid asked me about him, was my first time hearing about him, and then I looked him up and seen that he battled Cortez. So I hit Cortez up, and Cortez was like, yeah, he nice, this, that, and the third, but I could kill him, such and such. And, you know, Cortez just gave me the runaround of the impression he got of him in person when he went to battle the nigga. Like, yeah, the nigga only tough when the cameras come on, because when the cameras was off, he wasn't even like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's saying shit like that to me, so it was just like, okay, so I'm going to bully him. Like, so Cortez told me that. I said, okay, I'm going to bully him. You know what I mean? I had it in my head that I'm gonna walk around this whole stage. My first time in St. Louis, I'm gonna treat it like it's my house, and that was my strategy, and it worked.
Getting into 2014, sees your first of 5 appearances on RBE. You know, great to see you on that league. Like, do you enjoy battling there?
I love it. Shout out to ARP.
Yep.
I was his first headliner.
Right.
So like, yeah, me and Rosenberg Vaughn was the first headliner.
Cool.
And he reached out to me to be his first headliner. You know what I mean? The way ARP presented to me, but I first talked to him was like, he told me I was his favorite battler, or one of his favorites, and that he wanted me to headline his first event. And he came at me with so much, he was so genuine that I didn't even have an opponent at first. I just told him I'd do it. Like, he had no opponent for me. He just wanted me to headline his first event. This is how he called me. Like, yo, I'm putting an event together. I keep it real Swave. I don't have no opponent for you. All I know is I want you to headline my event. So we agreed on a price. I agreed to headline it. And then later on, a week later, some change, he called me with an opponent, which happened to be Rosenberg Raw. So I just said, whatever, nigga.
Also around this time, you mentioned it just before, you versus Arsonal. A lot of people, Swave, they like this battle, but they think it's too friendly.
Everybody say that, man. I think it's ready too. Shout out to Arsonal. What can I say? Arsonal is one of the genuine niggas I genuinely fuck with behind the scenes in battle rap. So it was just like, it was very friendly. And my Head Ice battle was friendly too. So there's another nigga I genuinely fuck with. See, that's my thing. I have a problem with turning that off. This is why I don't like battling niggas that I'm very cool with, because I don't know how to I don't know how to be fake. So, you know, I be seeing a lot of niggas that's friends that laugh and giggle with each other, and then when they battle each other on the stage, you would never think these niggas is friends. You know what I mean? I try to do that, but I can't. Like, you could tell that I'm friendly with certain niggas that I battle, that I'm friends with. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to turn it off and make it look like an authentic battle where we just going neck and neck, because it turned out looking friendly, like me and Arsonal or me and Head Ice. You know what I mean? So
yeah, sometimes it can rob it of some
I
of that
apologize
competitiveness.
for that.
No,
You know what I mean? I apologize for that, because I feel like my bars were better, although they were short round, but I just didn't deliver them good enough to me. You know what I mean?
And what do you think about people saying the Toronto crowd is kind of dead to perform to?
Who?
You know, like the sort of when the King of the Dot crowd in Canada, like a lot of people say it's not that live.
Yeah, I got that impression my first time there, which was battling Arsonal. I felt like me and Arsonal, I think they were kind of dead for our battle.
Right.
But, you know, I think there's been times where I've seen them pep up, and there's been times where I feel like, I just think I wouldn't say they dead. I just think they were very tough critics. Like, same thing with grind time battles. Grind time battles, man, it'd be so full of knowledgeable people that if you say a word wrong, they criticize you for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, yo, like when you deal with URL crowd, it's so full of street niggas talk slang and mess up words anyway. They don't care. You know what I mean? But it's just like their KOTD and grind time, they want you to be on point. And if you're not, it's very hard to please them without being that way. And so, yeah, I guess they're a tough crowd. Well, you know, New York is a tough crowd, so I came from a place that got tough crowds, so it wasn't really too much off my back to me. But I can see why people say that.
And it's like a little bit at the end of 2014, you were kind of in the wilderness somewhat before the bigger battles we're going to get to. Like, you were battling on sort of leagues I've not really heard of. Not to put them down, but like, I know that Pit Fights is in Baltimore, right?
Baltimore, yeah. Pit Fight, shout out to my man Shaka Pitts. Shaka been asking me to do Pit Fights for like 3 years prior to me doing that battle. And he been hitting me. And Shaka's actually he's a real good friend of mine. He's actually friends of a friend of mine from Baltimore. And that's like a small world situation. Like, I go out to Baltimore and find out that he's my man's man. Like, oh, man. Like, oh, you know my man? Oh! So it's just like small world type shit. And, you know, when we find that out, he asked me again, so now can you do Pit Fights now, bro? And I was just like, yo, so who you want me to battle, man? And then, you know, he said, let me find somebody and then I get back into you. And then he called me with the dude, Mac Mizzle.
Yeah.
And Mac Mizzle, who another one I destroyed. Oh my God. Oh my God. He got it bad.
I need to write that one.
And Mac Mizzle came and, you know, he offered to pay for the battle out of his own pocket.
Mm.
You know, he offered to pay. And then Pit Fights decided to go half with him. So he decided to put one half, and the Pit Fight was going to pay the other half for my fee. So that's how that happened. And I went out to Baltimore, and I battled Mac Mizzle. I killed him, got my money, came back. That's how that went. And then I satisfied Shaka so he could stop begging me to do Pit Fights.
You battled Street Money as well, the main event?
Street Money main event. That was in Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, this is bad. I don't even remember the name of that league.
I think it was NOC Battles.
NOC Battle League. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That one was That was like an online thing. Somebody contacted me via DMs and told me they had a league in Atlantic City. And I keep it real. I don't even do one rounders. I hate one rounders. That battle was a one rounder, and I really went out there because we was going to Atlantic City. Listen, if you look at that battle, we had Sharon with us. Like, Team Homi was so deep. Sharon not even Team Homi, but my brother Bishop is. The Bishop had Sharon with him.
Right.
So we piled up into like 4 cars and just drove to Atlantic City. Broke night out there gambling. I did the battle. We gambled. We broke night and got on the road to come back the next morning. My boy had a car accident. It was just one of those weekends it was one of those nights that is very memorable. We had so much fun that night, bro. And I just happened to just kill a nigga in a quick one rounder and got money, and then I gambled it.
Another event that I want to get onto, which was kind of a huge event for me at the time, Team Homi versus Writer's Block. The RBE event where,
yes.
I mean, let's talk about you and Team Homi actually, like, as an entity and in battle rap, and like, how did that start roughly?
Team Homi started out with me and my brother IP. IP doesn't battle, but that's my right hand man. He's actually my partner in CVs. My group that got the record deal, IP, it was 3 of us. It was me, IP, and my man Pro Rock. IP is my rap partner. He does rap, he just don't battle, but he's one of the nicest niggas I know. Like, he's definitely one of my favorite rappers between him and Sean Price. Rest in peace, Sean Price. Those are my favorite rappers. So shout out to my boy IP. And me and him started Team Homi. And it came about after the Amaretto battle. It definitely was already in mode during J Focus, because I remember shouting it in J Focus battle. So it must have came either after the Young Jim battle or the Amaretto battle. We started Team Homi, and then from there we just built it. We built it up. We put down people that we know rock. You know what I mean? Like, Team Homi is a family, fam. I ain't just go out to get big names. Like, half the names in Team Homi, I don't even have that many big names in battle rap in Team Homi. You probably just know Ill Will, Rum Nitty, maybe. But, but the rest of them niggas that's my family. Like, I ain't put them down because of their battle records. I put them down because through thick and thin, when I turn my head, those are the people standing next to me. You know what I mean? So said, let's keep it this way.
So it's basically got yourself versus Danny, obviously Moneybag versus B Magic, Excel versus Big Cannon, J Murder versus JC, and Mac Moran versus Oops. I mean, crazy card.
Yes.
Insane card.
Shout out to Team Homi for pulling out the win.
Yeah.
Shout out for Writer's Block for coming through, because it was a crazy card. And shout out for ARP for booking it, because it was the first team-on-team card. The only team-on-team card. Ain't nobody do that shit yet again.
No. We have something called Premier Battles over here. Are you familiar with that?
Say it again?
Premier Battles in the UK. Have you heard of it? Shotty's League.
Nah. Oh, Shotty's League.
Yeah. It's like a team-based sort of thing.
Yeah, I heard Shotty had a league. I didn't know that was the name of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But getting back to your battle then versus Danny, controversial battle, Swave, right? Like, the decision in your favor.
Yeah, definitely. I'll beat Danny, man. I don't care what nobody say.
Right.
And I fucked up, but I still think I beat him.
I mean, Danny's incredible, though, right?
Hey, Danny's nice. Danny's not my. I don't like talking bad about Danny because he's such a good fucking person.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Such a good dude, and I really like him personally. But his style of rap is not for me. Like, right. I don't really. I'm not a big fan of his battle rap style. But I fuck with Danny wholeheartedly. Like, outside of battle rap, like, he's my partner on Restore Order. Like I fuck with him in a lot of other aspects of the game and on some grown man shit. But battle rap wise, he said a lot of punchlines that, to me, I think grown men shouldn't even be saying it. Like, if my 16-year-old son or daughter said these punchlines, then I'll be like, okay, cool, those is cool. But for a grown man damn near 40 years old to be saying shit like I let shots fly like needles with wings. Like needles don't have wings in no case ever. Like shit like that bugs me. Like you make it so hard for your line to
Surreal.
be a punchline that you making up shit. Like I like to stick within the realms of reality. It's funny because he do a shit called alternate reality, alternate universe.
Parallel universe.
I like to parallel universe. I like to stick within the realm. I'm a realist, bro.
Yeah.
I stick within the realms of reality, bro. Needles don't have wings, will never have wings. A needle with wings, I don't know what that is. I make shots fly like needles with wings. Just question. Like that's bugging out. Yeah. What do you say? You a llama being in a time machine.
Yeah, vegetable in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not into that shit. I'm not into those kind of lines. I make you bow down like I was shooting from the balcony. Like what?
Yeah, that's not
like I'm not into that. He does shit like that every fucking battle, bro. And it's like, yo, and then people be going crazy, and I be in the crib looking like, are you serious? So he said some shit like nigga be saying that he got jerked that battle. I hear him. Okay, cool, but he said some shit to me that I don't understand how niggas say that. Like, okay, y'all can go off my choke in the first round. Okay, cool. But this nigga said something about, what did he say? He said something about the double barrels in. I bring the double barrels in with a clip long as a pharaoh's chin.
Right.
What double barrel go with a clip?
Okay.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Like, I base my shit in reality, bro. I don't do that. It sound cool, but that's not real. You know what I mean? So I don't know. People went round over that. Oh shit, he got a double barrel with a clip with a pharaoh's chin. Like, word? I need to see that.
And we saw you getting back on URL. This is early 2016 with the saga, and then Tink Da Demon as well. Like, how did that happen? You returning?
It took a stretch because I wasn't going to return after the death of my brother Sean Price. Yeah. J Arch PH battle rap didn't really feel. I ain't feel it no more. I was hurting, but my fucking phone and my DMs was off the hook with offers to battles. And, you know, I had a son. And, you know, I was doing my 1-2s getting money, but I admit that when I was battling, the money was a little bit better. So I took a little hit financially. My album was out, which was kind of filling in the void financially, but it still wasn't raking in nothing like I was. You know what I mean? And I did tours here and there. I went on tour with a Motor Technique and got a lot of money, which saved me for a little bit. But it was just more like I needed bread. You know what I mean? Me and wifey was arguing because money wasn't coming in like it was. I wasn't hustling in the street like I was because I had a baby and I didn't really want to risk my freedom. So it just a lot of shit slowed down for a nigga. But then emotionally, I was drained. Sean Price, my brother JR died on Thanksgiving. Then PH died. That summer. PH and Sean Price died the same summer. One died in June, one died in August. And it was just draining, bro. And then the Team Homi engineer, Rob De Niro, he passed away on my daughter's birthday. So it was like a lot. My brother Mo Clever was murdered on Christmas Eve. Like, it was a lot of shit that was going on. I was just like, yo, battle rap was just far from my head, B. But at the same time, it was a lot of money being offered to me that I wasn't taking because I wasn't taking battles. So one day I just sat down. So you know, after the death of my brothers, I was out of it. And I was getting a lot of offers. But I was getting a lot of offers for, to be honest with you, I was getting a lot of offers for niggas who I felt like I wasn't ready to battle. Like I had who I had offered. Like okay, RBE had offered me Heavy Half at the time. And I knew Heavy Half wanted to battle me, and I knew he was on his rah-rah shit. And I ain't feel like I was strong enough to battle a nigga like Heavy Half because I felt like I would have punched him in his mouth and it would have started something. And so I went with the saga. URL. I had offered. I had talked to Norbs one day, and Norbs had suggested, it would be a ill. It would be a. He said it would be a. I forgot the word he used. I'm trying to think of the word he used. He said it would be a. It would be. He said it would be ill, but it would be like a clash of styles. And I was like, "Who you thinking?" And he was like, "You versus the saga." And when he said that, I was like, "You know what? At my state of mind, I could take battling at the saga because of what he represents, and I know he ain't gonna be on no crazy shit to make me want to punch him in his face. You know what I mean? I was actually kind of nervous, or I ain't gonna say I was scared that one of these tough guys was gonna try to use one of my brother's deaths because it was so fresh and throw it at me. You know what I mean? And I think I would have tried to kill somebody. So I wasn't strong enough to get on a stage in front of no fake ass tough nigga that would go say anything about Sean Price or anything about Team Homi losing niggas or anything about PH or JR or Mo or you know what I mean. I just wasn't strong enough at the time. It just happened 2 back to back, and I just needed some time to get my mind right. So when the saga came around, I used it as an opportunity to talk to God. I said, "Yo, I want to talk to God." Asked him why he taking my brothers. And in my original bars for the saga, after going over it, I realized I really didn't have no battle bars for the nigga. So I scrapped it. But my original bars for the nigga was talking to God. Like, yo, why you taking my brothers from me like this? But I decided not to use that angle. I used it somewhat a little bit in the 3rd round, but not for much. I just decided to really go at saga more. So that was the first battle I did after feeling out how I was feeling.
And then Saga was in your next battle with Tink in quite an experimental 3rd round for you in that battle.
Yeah, it was something I felt like I wanted to do something visual. I wanted to listen. I'm like, notice how. Excuse me, I got the hiccups now. Remember, I said I read body language. You know what I mean? And that's something I do well. One of the things I read about the game, and in my little absence of the game, I was analyzing battle rap. And one of the things I realized that it's no longer about bars. It's no longer about who says the best shit.
Hey, yo, chill. Said before, so what? Mine's I went to the extreme with. See, they say it to say some mean shit. I say it because I mean it. It's a difference. Word to mother. I bet my rent money. I dropped this big, fat, greasy, black, behemoth, crusty nigga with one head from me. You believe me? Dig this. This fight went last 2 minutes. Dude tripping, hit a bunk. Dude stiffing, falling back, room spinning, all the air in the room thinning. Then he black out.
Battle rap is based on moments now. It's who has the bigger moment. You understand me?
Yeah.
And I told myself to battle Tink with Tink back because Tink was another one where my original boss for Tink, I just had wild jokes. I was calling him the chef of South Park and Barry White and shit like that. And I didn't really have nothing crucial. I just had a lot of jokes. And then I heard him on Angry Fan Radio, and he was going crazy like he had the worst shit in the world to say to me. And it made me mad because I done smoked weed with Tink. I done chopped it up with Tink. And he never came off as this nigga who had it in for me like that. And then when I heard him on Angry Fan, I was just like, damn, this nigga really hate me? He gonna do what? This nigga said some shit. I was sitting with my girl, too. He said some shit. He said, I'm gonna beat Swave so bad that his wife is gonna say, baby, he 3-0'd you. And my girl started laughing. She was like, yo, don't let me take it. I will tell you if the nigga beat you, nigga. And I was just like, yo, hold on, B. Nah, it's not going down like that. So I scrapped everything I had and I rewrote all 3 of my rounds. And then it jumped in my head. I need a moment. I need a big moment. Fuck these bars. I need a moment. Something that everybody gonna think of. The first thing that's gonna pop in the niggas' head when they think about this battle, I need it to be mine. And Demon, Tink Da Demon, the demon. Called the saga.
Yep.
And then that's how it happened. I just called him. I said, yo, I got an idea. If you think it's far-fetched, you can laugh at me and tell me, Swave, stop. Or if you think it's a good idea, I need your help. And he was like, what it is. So I ran out this whole possession thing. And Saga was with it. Like, yo, that shit is brilliant, Swave. And I was like, you think so? He was like, yo, if you pull it off right, yo, ain't nobody did no shit like that in battle rap. And I was like, yo, I need you to play the preacher. He was like, I got you. I was like, yo, just write 8 bars. A lot of niggas thinking I wrote Saga 8 bars. I ain't write Saga wrote his bars. I wrote mine. I just told him to do 8 bars of exercising a demon. And he was like, bet. And then he came to my crib. He kicked me his 8. We was on the phone. And the next day he called me and he had like 4 bars. And he kicked me his 4 bars. And he told me he was going to mess around with it a little bit. So I scheduled for him to come to my crib. Like another 2-3 days after that, he came to my crib and we just went over the whole shit. And it just fell into place so crazy. My brother IP was here with his girl. And when me and Dizaster were practicing it, they was going crazy, like as if they were the audience. You know what I mean? And it kind of hit me like, okay, nah, because my brother IP girl, she not into rap. And for her to react made me feel like we had something. By the time we did the 3rd round, she was like, yo, that was crazy. I was like, okay, yeah, we got something. So it became more of an anxious thing. Now I can't wait to do it. You know what I mean? So I was on the phone with Saga damn near every day, like, yo, you got it? He was like, yo, Slave, I got you. So the rest is history.
I mean, like, at points you're, like, asleep on your feet, then you seem, like, possessed and demented. Like, I've really a side of you I've never really seen before in the battle.
Yeah, that was all planned, bro. I cut my hair off, so niggas, I wanted to look totally different all around. I wanted the niggas to look at a different person. I ain't want niggas to look at the same Swave y'all been seeing. I cut my hair off. It was just everything different. Everything was different. The way I rap was different. I was rapping fast. And everything was different. I just wanted to seem like it wasn't me. And it worked.
Yeah, it's a pretty vicious body bag, of which you've got quite a few.
Yes. I probably got the most 3-0s in battle rap, bro.
You think?
I believe I do. I believe I do. I believe niggas still ain't catch me. And you know, yeah. I probably got 3-0s in battle rap.
Just before we move on, I want to focus a little bit back in time for Summer Madness 3, when you were supposed to be battling Daylight as the headliner, was that right?
Yep.
And obviously the math situation happened with Sirius and cancelled the whole day. I mean, that must have been pretty gutting. Right,
yeah. It was very... The more frustrating part came after the fact. You know what I mean? After the whole shit, we never got to reschedule it. Me and Daylight never got to do it. I'm coming. Me and URL that promised us that they were gonna rebook it. They never even tried to rebook it. You know, they see, you know, I'm hearing they banned Daylight from the URL stage, and I hit them niggas up like, yo, where this leave me? And they promised me a whole bunch of shit that never happened. So that was kind of like my fallout with URL. Like, I feel like them niggas don't really fuck with me like that. I should say they don't. I don't know. It's just, I feel like the reason why I've been a slump that I am now is because the way URL treats me in the eyes of the fans. And I think fans tend to follow behind URL's lead. I mean, so if they see like URL ain't fucking with a certain nigga, then they won't fuck with him. You got your core audience that's going to always fuck with you, but at the same time, for the most part, niggas love URL, so they going to follow whoever URL put their backing behind. You know what I mean? And URL don't back me like that.
I mean, it was interesting. I was watching an interview with you and Daylight just today, and Daylight was saying that he asked himself what would have happened to his career if that battle would have happened. He said he probably wouldn't have done as many antics if that battle would have happened.
Yeah, me and Daylight spoke about that before, because I always joke about him, like, your career wouldn't be where you at if that battle would have happened, because I would kill you, boy. So I would joke with Daylight like that. So, but yeah, he told me that too. But he told me that, like, he said that Cause they like I almost turned that battle down because of the bullshit he was doing before the battle. Like he had a lot of shit. He rubbed ball sweat on the nigga face.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
definitely wasn't ready for that, bro.
Low
Me and
pesci.
Daylight fought. We would have fought hard, and I don't give a fuck how many grapes was with you. We would have went at it, bro. Every last grape, every homie, we would have been in war. And that's just I told Daylight that. He told me, yo, I would never do that with you. I'm telling you, I'm coming with bars. So I believed him, and we set it up, but we never got to do it, unfortunately.
And the next URL battle I want to focus on then is a 2-on-2 you're a part of, but it becomes like a 3-on-3, crew-on-crew sort of thing.
That's with a free-for-all.
Yeah, it was madness on there. Poison Pen steps in and does a verse. Like, it was chaos.
Right. That thing came. See, that's another battle that niggas twisted my arm to do. I really didn't want to do it. URL wasn't even trying to pay niggas what they asked for. But at the same time, it was the big stage. Yeah, it didn't turn out the way it planned. But at the same time, I was getting intel that them niggas had Twerk jumping in, and they had their boy Drugs jumping in, and I had a snitch over there that was calling me, telling me everything. The snitch told me these niggas had a PH bar, but I didn't know it was gonna come from Jack Boy. They actually made it sound like it was gonna come from Ryder. So and then last minute, like the day before the battle, nigga told me that he ain't know who was gonna say it. So it was just like, here, put it back. So I don't know. It was just I was on edge with that battle, and another reason why we did the battle because I wanted Moneybag to touch the big stage. Mac Myron, I wanted to, you know what I mean? Once I got the win that they had their team jumping in, I started reaching out to certain niggas on my team, the right little bars, just in case I throw y'all in. So Mac Myron called me and kicked me his bars. Rum Nitty said he had something. Will had something.
Yep.
Jay Murder had something. I had mad niggas on the back. Niggas that didn't rhyme had bars. It just so happened. I thought that throwing Poison Pen was actually not planned. That was some spur of the moment shit, but he kept telling me he had bars. Like he knew the plan that everybody was writing bars, and he told me he wrote some. So it was in my mind when he told me he had bars. Something told me that it would have been the biggest throw off to throw Poison Pen out.
Yeah.
And I thought the effect was actually going to be opposite. I thought they were going to see Penn and go crazy. I didn't think they was going to boo him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's harsh.
Yeah, it was a little harsh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's got almost 500,000 views, this battle. 494,000. Like, I think it's really fun watch. Like, just Twerk gets involved as well. Like, there's just so many players.
Yeah, I think now that I look at it, like I hated the battle. I actually told them to vote it. I was mad at them that they didn't vote it. I wanted to vote it. I didn't want that shit out. But I can't be selfish. I'm not the only nigga in the battle, so I'm pretty sure other nigga probably did want it out. And I probably was I'm probably the minority, so they probably just went with the majority and put it out. But as I look at it now, it's just like it seems. One thing I can say about the battle, it's the first of its kind.
Yep.
No other battle like it.
That's true. It's beautifully mad. It is pretty unparalleled in that way. Like, we're closing in on the end of your resume here, and one of the battles I really want to focus on, Swave, is you against Buttah from the block, the Verbal Warzone. Like, I mean, Verbal Warzone and Buttah, they've both been blowing up lately. Like his second verse,
I love Verbal Warzone.
Yeah.
I love my Buttah battle. I love my material, although I fucked up because I was sick and I couldn't breathe. So I had to apologize to Buttah before the battle. Like when Buttah walked in, I pulled him to the side and told him, yo, I can't breathe through my nose. I'm sick. I'm over here drinking tea, trying to clear this shit up before we go on. So he was like, yo, just take your time. You know what I mean? Say no more, brother. Don't worry about it. So I was trying my best to that's why I kept pausing, because I couldn't breathe. But my material was crazy. So shout out to Buttah because he did his thing, and I actually give him the battle because of all my stumbles, but I think my material was better. But I couldn't breathe. I was sick as a dog, yo. So
his second round in the battle is astonishing.
Yeah, his second round is crazy. His second round is crazy.
Really,
yeah.
And
third round, The bitch is older. The bitch is older.
Yeah.
That shit was fire. Yeah, that shit was funny though. I had fun doing it.
And like, is it me or Verbal Warzone? Like, they just seem to have come out of nowhere, putting on all these huge names. Like, what's the
Nah,
history?
you know what it is? Shout out to my nigga Chosen, the one who's, CEO of Verbal Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
They've been around. They just ain't been doing names.
Right.
And they had their own little core group of battlers. And if you ask me, I think a lot of people were just nervous about doing it. Like, everybody got so accustomed to the way battle rap is now that when they hear they got to battle the beats, it's like, okay. Like, for one, a lot of these battle rappers can't even rap the beats, so they already deterred off of it. But, for the most part, I figured, like, I'm the one who got Mickey Fax. I'm the one who brought Mickey Fax to Verbal Warzone.
Right.
And if you ever interview Mickey Fax, he'll tell you, Swave told me, I put him on the phone with Chosen. I'm the one who talked to Cortez. You know what I mean? I spoke to DNA. Like, the names that was on that last card, a lot of the big names came because of my influence. And I'm gonna just put it out there. But and that was something I told Chosen I was gonna help him do. I was gonna help him try to get names involved with your movement because I like the movement. You know what I mean? And I did. And I do believe that a lot of people are running from that platform because they can't rhyme the beats.
Right.
But for the rappers who can rhyme the beats, I think it's a great platform to explore. I think you should do both. If you do both, it would definitely show more versatility and well-roundedness in a MC. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. And again, this is a really great battle from a really great league that a lot of people are getting excited about over this side of the pond as well. And the final battle, Swave, against B-Dot. Is that your last battle? Did you battle after that, or?
I actually did another Verbal Warzone, but it's not out yet.
Okay.
I battled Pep on Verbal Warzone. It's not out yet.
Prep.
But that's my last battle that's out. Yes.
Okay. And I mean, this was part of a huge legendary card as well. Like, it must have been an honor to be on the same card as the Mook battle.
Yeah, it definitely was. It was even an honor for ARP to reach out to me. And said he didn't want to do this card without me involved. So I shout out to ARP. I love my nigga Adam. Good looking, bro. And he gave me another opponent that a lot of people didn't see us clashing well. But it was a classic, if you ask me. I think me and B-Dot did our damn thing.
Yeah, it's a fucking awesome battle. Like, I mean, B-Dot's been on a tear of late, right?
Yeah, he has.
Like, he's an incredibly talented dude.
Very, very, very. I kicked his ass though.
And like, what is your rehearsal process, your writing process? Like, how do you prepare for these battles?
Me, I just smoke weed and listen to beats. I may look at one or two battles. I may look at 3 battles tops of my opponent. I look at a battle from back in the days, like a first or second battle of his. I look at the battle that people claim is his best battle, if it's not one of those. And then I look at his last battle, just to see the progression and see if he got worse or better since his first battle. Or if people, whatever they say his best battle is, I compare it to the best battle, bar-wise. Okay, this is his best battle that the people saying. This is his last battle. Let me see if bar-wise he stepped it up any. You know what I mean? Or let me see if he did any tricks. Why are people saying this is his best battle? Let me see. Like, that's what I look for. I don't really look at dirt. I don't happen to look up dirt, but dirt falls into my lap on my opponent. I'm just a street nigga with my ear to the street, and then I hear it. And it seems like whenever I'm battling somebody, dirt pop up somehow. Somebody always hit my phone like, "Oh, you about to battle such and such? Yo, you know such and such." Blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, "Oh, what?" You know what I mean? Like, that's how shit happen. Or it might just be dirt that everybody know about that I probably just spin. You know what I mean? So, other than that, I just look at the low points, high points, and your progress points.
And, up to this point then, 2019, you haven't actually battled in the UK yet. You did come over And like I was there actually. I remember seeing you in the building and say we did a quick interview. You were supposed to battle Gemini, but it didn't go through. What happened?
Gemini didn't show up. Apparently, he was in a car accident or something, or a motorcycle accident, hurt his leg or something. So he didn't. He never showed up. But it probably was good for him because I was gonna kill that boy. I had some shit for him, man. I had shit for him.
I still remember actually. We were all in the. I don't know if you remember the venue. It was like a bunker. And we were watching a battle in there, and the door opened, and you came in, and you just started shouting, "Where's the weed at?"
Oh yeah. That was the first night.
Yeah,
I remember that.
So yeah, it's a big shame that battle got cancelled. Like, is there any? I'm just looking at the live stream now. Thanks for everyone getting the questions going. Penn saying, "Who's a new name that Swave would take?"
A new name? I want Geechee Gotti.
Let's go. Band.
I like Geechee Gotti. I think me and him make a real good classic.
Yeah. Well, would you like battle on the West Coast or?
I want it on the West Coast.
Yeah, that'd be incredible. Yeah, some sort of ruin your day thing or something. That would be fun. Who else? Anyone else, Swave?
You said new names? New names?
Yeah, I guess new names. I guess anyone really. Who do you want to? Who's on the hit list?
New names. I take a twerk battle. I take a. I don't really consider twerk new.
No.
Who's new?
I think Geech is a really good choice. Actually, people are saying like see that on Traffic or something like that, and yeah, that would be fucking fire. He's been incredible. I mean, yeah. What about Champion of the Year? Do you follow that sort of stuff?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, are you aiming to be on the list coming up or?
I see. I was on this year's list, but I was all the way at 26 or some shit.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I would love to be Champion of the Year. I actually wanted to go hard this year that just passed and try to do as many battles this year as possible and kill as many niggas, but it didn't work out like that for me because of my scheduling, family issues. So I couldn't really. I got a lot of offers, but I couldn't really take a lot of battles this year. You know what I mean? Which is, I'm hoping 2019 is a little bit more opportunity, a little bit more. You know what I mean? Opportunity presents itself a little bit better this year for me. Because I do want to go for that Champion of the Year. I do want it. I ain't gonna hold you. It gives me, it gives you something else to fight for.
Yeah.
And that's the key to me. I feel like when I went on my slumber battle rap, it's because I really ain't had enough to fight for. Because I was dealing with real life, and the battle rap shit was so far secondary to me. It was just like, nah, I don't really care about this. So my writing process I was writing with the I don't really care process thoughts. You know what I mean? So I think that's what fucked me up. But Champion of the Year gives me a goal. It gives me a animal mentality that I want it so bad. You know what I mean? So I think if I get booked Mad Battle this year, I'm getting that, bro. Because I'm going to kill everybody. Whoever get in front of me this year is going to die.
Right.
I'm writing with the mentality that I want that Champion of the Year.
We'll close up with a few quick fire questions, as we always do. I normally ask Swave your favourite Don't Flop battle. I mean, do you follow the UK scene at all? Or?
Yeah, of course. One of my favorite Don't Flop battles... let's see, what would be my favorite Don't Flop battle? I'm thinking. I actually like Shotty Horror and what was it, DNA when they almost fought on stage, or Charlie Clips?
Clips, yeah, that was Clips.
It was Clips. I like that battle. I just don't like the fuckery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. But I like battles like that.
And what about King of the Dot? Your favorite King of the Dot battle?
King of the Dot, my favorite King of the Dot battle? Probably, I don't know. Probably, Pat Stay Head Ice.
Classic. Yeah, popular choice, and yeah, that is definitely one of those
Yeah.
abiding classics. What about URL?
My favorite URL battle. Woo. Okay, wait a minute. Man, that'll be. I don't know.
It's tough.
It'll probably be some underdog like JC and Chilla.
Oh my God, what
You
a
know what I
battle!
mean? Oh no, I'm bugging. Ill Will and Rum Nitty,
Yeah.
or Rum Nitty and Av.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
One of those. Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
So, two final questions, non-battle rap related. First of which, Swave, what's your favourite film?
Oh man, my favorite film. I got a couple of those.
Yep.
Scarface, one of them.
Amazing, yep.
This is a movie called Strange Days.
Strange Days. Okay, not familiar with that one.
It got Angela Bassett in it, and it's about future technology. Yo, the movie is crazy because the whole movie is based on the assassination of a rapper.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You have to see it.
Oh, it's directed by Catherine Bigelow. That's cool.
Yeah, Strange Days. It's about this thing. It's about an interactive thing that people wear under their hats and under their wigs, and it plugs into you. Where you going? All right, have a good game. It plugs into your cerebral cortex and it records. It's a new way the feds it's a new wiretap technology. Instead of wearing a microphone under your shirt, it was a new way the feds decided to wire up people, and it'll put this shit under their hats or under a wig, and it'll go on your head. It was called a squid, and it will record everything you see, and then you can take the whatever you recorded in your squid, put it in somebody else's squid, and if they close their eyes, they will feel and see everything you saw.
Strange Days. Shit. Okay. Well, I have to watch that this weekend, man.
That's crazy because it's all about this prostitute witnessing the murder of the police murdering a rapper. And the whole shit was about uncovering who murdered this rapper. Yo, the shit was fire.
And final question, your favourite musical artist or band that are in no way hip-hop related?
No way hip-hop related?
Yeah.
Artist or band?
Yeah.
I like Jamiroquai.
Jamiroquai. Okay, cool. No one said Jamiroquai before. Yeah, that's some good shit. So I guess finally, Swave, how do people get at you? Your music, your social media?
Oh, yeah. At Swave Sevah on Twitter, at Swave Sevah on Instagram, Swave Sevah on Facebook. I hardly use Facebook, so probably you just hit Twittergram or Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah.
I said Twittergram.
Twittergram.
That's my new word. I'm going to start saying Twittergram when I mean both of them, and I don't want to say both.
Right.
So hit me on the Twittergram. You know what I mean? Yeah. Email is swavemusic@gmail. Anybody got any producers out there? I'm looking for beats. I'm working on my next project. So if y'all got some fire shit, send it to swavemusic.com. And, we could probably work from there. I said swavemusic.com. Swavemusic@gmail.com.
We'll put the links. Yeah.
At Gmail. And, that's about it, B. Other than that, check. I got Team Homi TV about to launch. Everybody go subscribe to the YouTube channel, Team Homi TV. There's no content up there yet, but the channel is there. But I got a whole bunch of shit that's about to start happening. Tyson, I'm on the phone. Please lower your voice. My son's over here playing with his Marvel characters. He over here.
Not Marvel characters.
They are Marvel characters. He got Killmonger and Moon Knight over
Let's
here.
go. What a pair.
Yeah.
Well, as always, you can follow the show at Battle Rap Resume. Get in touch with me. Patreon, iTunes, battleresume@gmail.com. Subscribe, comment. Swave, this has been a real treat. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for hanging in there when my phone got disconnected.
It's all good. It's all good. But
thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure, man. So thanks everyone for listening. We'll be back with another episode next week. Swave, thank you.
Thank you.